Salutations everyone, I am Super976 and today we are playing more and more Crystalline. You may be wondering, why is he speaking retardedly? Because I literally spent no time between each episode and now we're in the next episode and Zach is still here. Thank you, Zach, for saying something to prove that you're still here. I'm doing a really smart-ass smile. Thank you. Back to the episodes. Wake up, Tom Thompson. You need to do magic. Expecto Patronum. I'm shaking and wide awake again. A soft ground expects to wink when I'm blinking the sun. Who the fuck keeps waking me? Oh. Leanna hovers over me and I grunt softly. That's right. She doesn't know about my impromptu meditating training session. I guess I better get ready to spar. Stifling around a crawler bed and join Leanna in the field and practice our sparring until my muscles are sore. Leanna has broken out in a sweat. Neither of us manages to knock each other down this time, leaving us in a draw. We return to the campsite. Kara and Zach are nowhere to be seen. They're fucking in the woods.
Where did Zach and Kara go?
Mia looks up. She crouched beside the fire pit with a pongo nozzle between her neck and shoulder.
They were not here when I awakened.
They're fucking in the woods. What did I tell you? Huh, that's weird. Kara usually sleeps in and Zach sticks around to make everyone breakfast. I wonder where they could be gone. They're having sex in the woods, okay? How many times can I say that until I get demonetized? Amy sparks a fire. We hang an iron over the flames. So when are we going to tell Leanna that we can cast more than one element? That's another thing. Cool water rushes from her palm and splashes inside. She smiles and pleased with herself, raises the crackling flames to make the water boil faster. Dingling watches on with interest at Amy's skill. After a while, I see Zach and Kara approaching from the distance. As they get closer, I see Kara retying her chestnut hair into a ponytail. There's a few leaves sticking in Zach's hair, and maybe by the time they reach us, I notice his face is a little bit more color than usual. Totally banged! Zach, my man! Lena watches them with a suspicious look, but doesn't say anything. Amy's too preoccupied with stirring the porridge to notice.
Good morning, friends.
Yeah, you definitely banged. Hi. Kara seems to be in a good mood. And seen in such a good mood while her eyes brighter like a cat's. She stands on her tiptoes and picks a few leaves out of Zach's messy hair. Yeah, they banged. Is it just me or did they have a few extra scrapes than usual? I can see the tail end of a scarlet scratch from across the collarbone curling out from underneath the top of his shirt. This coat's a little lopsided too, like he put it on in a hurry. Kara smiled and brushes some dirt off her broad shoulders.
Hey.
Yeah, Zach, you're actually happy. You definitely banged. I lift an eyebrow. Hey, where'd you guys go? Zach's face starts to flush.
We went hunting for breakfast.
Yeah, I believe you went hunting for breakfast. Eating out Kara doesn't count as breakfast. I raise an eyebrow. So where is it? Zach blinks. Yeah. Zach, just tell me. The blush brightens on his cheeks.
I ate it already.
Yeah, I know you ate it already. Kara's sitting right there. Kara's gaze slides up to Zach's face. The corner of her mouth tugs upwards.
You sure did do some eating.
Damn it! Kara just said you sure did do some eating. I was right. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I just spiked my mic. How loud was that on your end?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was loud to me. I choke and mask into a cough. Lena looks confused.
What did you eat?
Zach cheeks see the gum from into flames. His face is really red to the point out, cutting and forces in an uncomfortable cough. Amelia finally looks up for her breakfast and stares at the scene. She glances between Zach and Kara and looks back as Zach, her gaze lingers. Zach shifts into her stare, clearly uncomfortable. Amy's eyes seem to be boring into his skin. After a long time, she tilts her head.
Zach, you appear to be injured.
Zach blinks.
What?
She
You
points.
have a slight abrasion on your neck.
He chokes and shows her the collar of his jacket and covers his throat, but there's no veil. I can still see it.
Don't worry about it. The hunt just got a little rough.
Why am I not getting this kind of action? Leanna glances to where Amelia is pointing. A second later, her face grows pink.
Oh, Kara!
Kara feigns innocence.
What?
You know what?
I really don't have the faintest idea.
So, Leanna, since you know what they did, how about we go out in the woods for half an hour, and I come back with some quote-unquote hunting scars. Her eyes are full with mirth as Leanna fidgets.
Never mind. Maybe the rest of us should just eat too.
Yeah, Leanna, maybe the rest of us should eat too. Leanna, I'll meet you in the woods in 10 minutes. Her eyes flick to Kara's smirk.
I mean, eat a meal.
I love Kara's
As
smug.
opposed to?
Oh yeah, and Amelia doesn't know what sex is. That's fine.
As opposed to nothing. That's why
No,
I said a meal.
just
This is a good time. And then giggling looks from Kara to Zach to Leanna's burning face and bursts into laughter. You know what? I like you,
I
Gramps.
can tell this is going to be fun.
Gramps knows what action is. Come on, he's been around the block once or twice. He knows what two young couples getting it on in the woods looks like. Good on you, Gingling. My man. Zach brushes past him as he reaches for a plate as Kara steps behind him. Gingling leaves and returns a few walnuts and berries. Oh, I can guarantee you Kara got some walnuts and some berries, if you know what I mean. He adds them into the porridge for extra flavor. I have to admit, she probably had extra flavor too. Pretty bland without him. The rest of breakfast is passed in comfortable silence. Kara casts a long glances at Zach, who pretends not to notice. Lena looks at anyone but the two of them, while Amy seems to be oblivious as ever. Only Giggling seems to be thoroughly enjoying himself. My man! Once the breakfast is over, we clean up the camp and continue on our way to the water temple. Oh, that's a morning, alright. The path crutches under our feet. The sky is clear and the sun scatters into its fingers like crowns over the tops of trees. I see the mountains in the distance. The jagged ridges sprawl out along the horizon like ocean waves. Oh, ocean man, take me by the hand. I start to break into a slight sweat. We find ourselves surrounded by the mountains. Oh, I've seen this somewhere before. Wonder where. Put that one in the compilation, Zach. We gaze up at the range and sharp peaks like a dragon's teeth. Others disappear high into the clouds. We stop at the hollow of the mountain. The air smells like jasmine and salt. I pause, my eyes falling on a wide cave mouth. Is that the entrance? Gingling beams.
Yes, this is it.
Cool, pirate man. We cautiously enter the cavernous entrance. No, the cave is not a meat-eating organism. It might be. Blue light flickers across the cave walls, and a faint glow radiates. I take another look to see a large staircase leading down a deep, dark water. Wait a second, are we going underwater? No, dumbass. Where do you think the water temple's gonna be, you dense shit? Gingling nods.
Yes, sir. These steps will lead us to an underwater tunnel, which will take us to the temple.
Underwater tunnels is a whole lot of nope. That is a very me answer. Good, I like to swim like a fish. This is fine. See, this is fine reminds me of the meme of the dog with the fire. It just is like, this is fine. We're just gonna say... Should we say underwater tunnels are a whole lot of nope? I'm just gonna say this is fine. Go down a dark underground staircase which leads us to a water. We'll have to swim through who knows how long. Sure, why not? I like the sarcastic answer. We'll go with that one.
Perhaps my water magic could be of assistance.
Yeah, Amelia, that'd be great. Gingling looks at her and grins.
We are fortunate to have a mage caster with us who can manipulate water.
He closes his eyes and puts a hand over his chest.
With a mere twist of the wrist, she bends the sea to her will. And to the wave which dare defies her, her ice will freeze it still.
Leanna's eyes light up.
That was beautiful.
Gingling, I know we just said little things, but if you take my girl, I'm gonna fucking yeet you into the next dimension, and you're gonna know what New York is. Thank you. She claps. Gingling smiles, earnest and embarrassed.
Don't you think so? Well, perhaps I should write it down.
You should. Maybe it can go into your new poem.
Are you guys ready? Thank you, Tom Thompson.
Yep. Lead the way.
Gingling leads us down the stairs. Barnacles, seaweed, and mussels cling to the dark gray stone. The water ripples at our feet. As I look out, it only becomes deeper. No shit, that's what water does. Amy steps forward, her manipulator's glowing.
Do the stairs continue to descend?
I'll admit I'm uncertain.
It is of no matter. We shall soon discover the answer. Please, continue.
She waves her arms, and the air is giggling, takes a step forward in the water, and moves out of the way of his boat. His grin broadens as the water flows around him, keeping him wrapped in a dry level.
What do you know? There are more stairs.
Amelia remains in the back of her manipulator's glowing. We travel ahead of her and continue down the stairs. As we descend farther down, we glance up at the shimmering water which slips easily around us. Small schools of fish scurry past, bobbing us as they swim around us. Soon the stairs level out. We follow a shadowed corridor which opens up into the mouth of a large cavern. Several tunnels branch off into different directions around the cavern, but it's too dark to see where any of them may go. This is really pretty. Let's take a screenshot just in case. Blue crystals glitter across the cavern, some clinging to the ceiling like icicles, while others spread across the walls like frost.
Boy?
Indeed, Pongo. Poi. Pongo pops his head out from the inside of Amelia's pouch. His eyes light up with wonder.
Boy! Water crystals.
What? She points to something behind me. Amelia crosses a few crystals that are glowing on the ground. She fidgets with her bracelets, the symbols lighting up as she scans them.
Fascinating.
What is?
These water crystals are mineable ore. One can use them to create spheres.
If that's the case, how come no one else has come here to mine them? Amelia doesn't turn around to face me. She's completely absorbed with the crystals.
This place has been lost to knowledge.
Crystal meth is a hell of a drug. She touches one of the crystals and her bracelet glows firelight bright. Ice creaks underneath her to a touch, and I hear a sharp snap. A bit of the sapphire cracks off and her eyes brighten. She holds up a piece up, examining it from side to side. I'm confused. We've seen crystals before. They're all over, powering up every single city we've been to. Is there something special about water crystals? Amelia shakes her head.
Crystals near temples are a rarity. I will use this one to study for further research. Boy?
Pongo leaps out of her pouch and nibbles on a large crystal. He wobbles, obviously content. Nia, Zack, and Kara wander around to check out the crystals. Their deep blue reflects off the water and sparkle dancing lights across the cavern space. It reminds me of a disco ball. The effect is a bit mesmerizing. Kingling turns down one of the tunnels.
The temple should be down here.
How the fuck do you know? You said you weren't down here. Never mind. I look where he's going. Something flickers in the depths of the tunnels. Something silvery and bright. I follow her giggling in the tunnel. My shoulder bumps into a slick surface. Ow. I browse for we're inside of a cave, so why is the wall so smooth? It's because water irradiates it. Reach up and touch cool glass. Never mind. A mirror? Look around. No, a whole room full of mirrors. My breath catches in my throat. Hundreds of reflections blinks back at me. Guys, are you seeing this? No response. Guys? I turn. No one's there. I notice the walls in our previous path are also lined with mirrors. How did I walk through that without noticing before? Did the others do the same? They could have gone anywhere. This wasn't a room, it was a maze. Everywhere I turn, I see myself, and my hands run over the mirrors to keep myself grounded. With so many reflection, I have a hard time keeping track of where I'm going. It just feels like I'm going in circles. I let out a small growl of frustration, turning around. Something purple flashed in the corner of my eye, and then something white.
Hey, is that you?
Kara? I turn to see her and Leanna standing in front of the pass. Kara and grins and waves at me. I grin back, excitement flying to my chest. Finally, I dash towards them and slam face first straight into a mirror. I lurch backwards, cupping my nose. Ugh. I hear footsteps behind me.
Are you alright?
A blush crawls to my face. Yeah. My nose throbbs with pains, but I didn't hit the wall hard enough to leave any real damage.
It was hard traveling through this maze for me too.
The three of us jump out the whirlwind, and Amelia cocks her head and stares at me. Where'd you come from?
I followed your voices and found you all here.
Oh, did you see the others? Her gaze lingers on me again.
No.
Nia twists her hands nervously.
I really don't like the look of this place. The mirrors are so creepy.
Maybe I should find a way out.
What about Zack and Gingalane?
We might run into them either way. It's better than just standing here admiring ourselves in the mirror.
Sounds like a plan.
We twist in and out of the maze for a while. It feels like we're making progress. We go down a long path leading straight to Kara sighs.
Dead end.
She places her hand on the mirror in front of us.
This is going to take forever.
Did none of you dumbasses think about breaking the mirrors? I look up at something. Something shimmers in the mirror. Froggy at first, but then it slowly becomes clear. Letters brighten and form together to create a single word. Us? Kara blinks.
That's it? Just us?
She frowns, resting her hand on her
What
hips.
does that mean?
I'm not sure.
Something to do with us.
Do you think there are more words hidden out here?
Probably.
We glance at Amelia, who wears an intense stare. What do you think, Amy? She shrugs, but otherwise doesn't answer. I guess we move on then. Amelia needs more RAM. We turn around and try again. The second one takes us longer to find. We keep twisting and turning in circles before Lena ultimately reaches out and occasionally pats against a solid mirror at the end of a corridor. The letters breathe out and flare again. They form a new word. Among us. Lena frowns, her brows crinkling together.
Us and among? What does that mean?
They're really stressing something that has to do with us. I'm not sure I like the sound of that.
There are probably some more words out there we need to find to make sense of this.
Mia hinges back again and watches silently. She feels my eyes on her and shifts her gaze onto me. I feel like this stales a challenge, but I don't know why.
Can you make any sense out of this, Amy? You're usually really good with puzzles.
Mia tears her gaze off me and looks at Car instead.
I don't know.
You seem like random words to me. Car
Right,
blinks.
but do you think it means anything?
No idea.
Oh, this is still a dead end, so let's move on. We turn around, bumping into even more mirrors. I keep getting turned around. Are we walking in some halls or going down new corridors? My hands reach out and skim across the silver mirrors as we walk. Amy remains silently, seemingly unconcerned. Her gaze continues to bear into me, making me even more nervous than I already feel. We come to another dead end, which letters slowly appear. Illusion. Among us an illusion. It's a message. The words are just jumbled up.
Us among illusion?
Among illusion us.
Illusion among us. Yeah, no, it's illusion among us. Leanne frowns, suddenly looking nervous.
So something among us isn't real?
Car raises her eyebrows.
Yeah, but what?
There's nothing else with us, just each other. Not something. Someone. Leanne flinches.
Maybe, but who would it be?
I'm gonna say it's Amelia because she's acting strange. Is that so wrong? I think it's Amy.
What makes you think that?
That is what makes me think that. Her brows crinkle in confusion.
Huh?
You aren't talking like one of my science textbooks. Amy doesn't use contractions or shy away from a challenge. Surprise flickers behind her eyes.
I see.
Plus, she keeps staring at me and it's weird. Amy blinks and crocodile smiles spread across her
Good.
face. She shivers as she steps backwards into a mirror. When I look through, the image dissolves like water into milky silver the glass. When I look again, my own reflection stares back at me. Well, that was unsettling.
No kidding.
The mirrors flash into a binding white. A cringing cover my eyes as bright spots and two acrobats in front of my nose. I hear the sound of something shimmering, and when I look up, I see the maze dissolve into starlight. The tunnels return into a straight path. We travel down for a short while before seeing familiar faces.
Oh, it's you guys.
I blink, my eyes still refocusing the sunlight. When my vision clears, I see Zack, Amelia, and Gingling heading our way across the room. Car rushes over to Zack, and Leanne lets out a breath of relief.
Amy, you're okay.
Amelia
I
blinks.
assume the illusion among your group must have been me.
Yep. Leanne smiles.
Well, in any case, I'm so glad you guys are safe.
Gingling returns, Leanne smiles.
Yes, we are relieved you're all safe too. It's good to be reunited.
I want to know who voiced Gingling. I appreciate that acting. As Leanne talks, Zack makes sure to look anywhere except at her. Even Car narrows her eyes. Excuse me?
Zack, you're acting weird. You're not another illusion, are you?
He pricks and shakes his head.
Nope. I am very much me in the most normal and loyal sense of the word.
Loyal? What did you do?
Nothing. I told you I was loyal.
Okay, Zack's acting weird. King looks at Zack to Car and lets out a heavy laugh.
I had not realized it before, Zack, but you seem to be quite the ladies' man. I will be sure to immortalize all that has happened in this most daring tale of...
No!
Zack's eyes are wide.
I mean, that's really not necessary.
What exactly happened on your side?
Liana, Jingling, Zack, and I had to solve a message.
Wait, but Leanna was on our side.
Correct. It was very obvious that the illusion was her.
How so?
No reason.
I look at her as Zack is now avoiding eye contact with both Lena and Kara.
To put it quite bluntly, Leanna attempted to seduce Zack.
Oh, of course Leanna tried to seduce Zack. Leanna, we're gonna have to have a long talk after this. Leanna's face turns crimson red.
What?
Kara turns to Zack.
And you fell for her, hey there, sailor, tactics?
Hey there, sailor tactics! Is anyone gonna not stop giving her shit for that one moment where she says, hey, sailor? You know, I'm happy with it, because that moment fucking made me die. Zack's face matches Leanna's and
It
red.
wasn't like that at all. She was actually good.
Precisely. Her technique was especially effective. That is how we deduced she could not possibly be the real
That
Leanna
is
at
savage
all.
as shit. This Leanna, this fake Leanna was actually good at seducing people. That's how we figured out it wasn't Leanna. That's pretty damn savage. Leanna pouts.
Hey!
I'm sorry, the hey sailor thing wasn't that good. Kara whirls around to face Leanna.
Why would you do that? I thought we were friends.
Leanna's eyes wide, she shakes her head.
No. It wasn't me. It was illusion me. I would never hit on Zack.
Kara frowns.
And why not? Is he not good enough for you?
Oh, now Kara's becoming a tsundere.
Huh? I mean, he must be okay if the illusion me hit on him.
I knew it.
I don't understand what's happening.
My body prickles. The image of Leanna and Zack together coils a hot band of jealousy deep in my gut. Leanna, why? She rolls to me looking flabbergasted.
You too?
Leanna lifts her arm into the air, exasperated.
I was literally with you guys the whole time.
Kara and I glare at her suspiciously. Why didn't I get an option?
Hey, don't worry. She'd never be able to do what she did back there in real life.
Kara and Leanna stiffen. They turn the face and eyes hardening into a glare. Zack, that was a dumb thing to say. Zack could slice straight through all the crystals in the cave.
Excuse me?
And what exactly did she do back there?
Zack, you're in the doghouse. Leanna's in the doghouse. Everyone's in the I'm not in the doghouse. I'm fine with this. Zack balks. Yeah, Zack, you shouldn't have said anything, buddy. Kara scares me in a way because I don't know what she's capable of. I at least know what Leanna's capable of. Kara's still a wild card. And she has many knives. Your penis could go bye-bye, son. He takes a step back.
I didn't mean anything.
Uh-oh. Yinglang's spine suddenly locks. Kara and Leanna freeze. Everyone stops to listen. There's a sound of rushing water. Is that a waterfall? He nods.
I think so. If we're nearing water, then perhaps we're close to the temple.
Yinglang's mouth doesn't move very often. I don't know if that's a glitch or if he's just supposed to seem like he's very subtle. We follow the source of the noise that becomes louder and louder the further we travel. That was a fun little thing. Hopefully that doesn't... I don't want this drum to keep going. It's an illusion. You know, like the Matrix. Soon we come across the temple and run that ruin deep within the cavern. I walk up the steps into the temple, the others follow. The sapphire pool sits at the center of the room. Waterfalls rush and flow into the crystals, glitter, and sparkle all around. I stare at the pool and it begins to ripple and shift. A dark shadow ascends from the depths. Hey, there's the water elemental. She's an elvish girl with big titties. How do you guess? Because that's all of them. Not that I'm complaining.
I mean, the wind elemental was petite.
Yes, but that's the only one! That's not a pattern! The pattern is big boob. There's only two people with no bust, and that's Amy and that other one you just mentioned that I just forgot about. And one rises
Wind
like
elemental.
Yes. I want to rise like a sea nymph, water sluicing down her body. I flinch in surprise. You've done this almost 4 times now. This is your 4th time. You're not a virgin anymore, Tom Thompson. Accept it. The woman opens her eyes, a soft smile curves her face. Dark midnight blue hair flows like the wind, flows like wild waves down her lower back. A thin film of water covers her, making her look otherworldly, embraced by the soft glow of the crystals. She must be the water elemental. Who else is fucking blue hanging down here, Tom Thompson? Come on! You don't even need to point that out. She's fucking blue and came out of the water! In a water temple! What else was she gonna be? The fucking Pope's daughter? Get out of here. Continue. I know, I don't know. Her laughter sounds like a steam gurgling out of precious pearls. The sound echoes deep within my chest and fills me with a strange calm. As she steps towards me, I take a step back and trip over a loose stone and fall backwards. Undeterred, she extends her hand and gently cups my face. She leans closer to me, and before I know it, a cool splash of pressure is on my lips. My eyes automatically close as I drink her energy. She tastes like pure spring water, and I feel steam energy flowing to me, crystalline fluid. So you just cheated on Leanna with a fucking god. Tom Thompson is a man. Fuck getting a bar mitzvah to become a man. This man just kissed a god. And all too soon, the feeling ceases when I open my eyes. She's gone. I wake up and Leanna's sitting on my dick. Leanna hovers at me, I grasp when I see her, and against my will, a blush blossoms in my cheek. Oh, hi, Leanna.
Did you just have an encounter with the elemental?
Yes. Yes, I did.
How did it go?
She came onto me, business as usual. Yeah, let's put myself in the doghouse. It wasn't my fault, she came onto me. Her brows furrowed together.
What?
I needed the energy!
What are you talking about?
Amelia steps up to me and performs a scan with her manipulator. She hovers by my face and her brows cease into a
How
frown.
very curious.
What?
My scan reports an unusually high concentration of energy on your lips.
Yeah, that's what... Leanna blanks before her eyes
You
widen.
kissed her?
No, it's an all
Your
misunderstanding.
lips didn't touch together to transfer the energy then?
Well... Fuck, I'm in the
They
doghouse!
did?
It's not like I had a choice. She was already transferring the energy.
I can't believe you.
Yeah, this is a bad time. Hey, I'm the victim here. Besides, you flirted with Zach.
That was different. It wasn't even me.
Luckily, Kara and Zach return their packs heavy with items. Gingling returns too. Hopefully that doesn't. At least I'm honest. He returns too, although he remains very empty-handed.
What's this about kissing an elemental?
Damn it. Nothing! I scramble to my feet. I think we spent enough time already, and we need to get going. Gingling hides his laughter and nods.
Yes, let us be on our way.
Leanne and Amy lead the way out of the temple. Gingling and I follow close behind. Kara and Zach take the one last scan of that area. Afterwards, I follow out and start heading back to the way we come. Without the illusion test, the exit is just a clear path down the tunnel. The maze has completely disappeared, and I guess Guardian was the last one who put the maze in the part of the trial. We travel through the tunnel, and I freeze when I hear the faint sound of voices. Catching Leanna's eye, she wordlessly motions for us to stay low. Zach responds with an imperceptible nod. We keep carefully towards the mouth of the tunnel. We hide between towering stalagmites. Kara, Zach, and Gangland are those sides, while Lena, Amy, and I on the other. The Pongo flattens himself as slow as possible on the ground. Peeking around the corner, I see a group of about a dozen people or so bustling back and forth. The clinking of pickaxes echo through the cave, and some of the men chip at the rocks. One of the men removes an luminescent crystal from the cave side and carries it over to a receptacle. They're collecting water crystals. Leanna and Amelia look equally concerned. Leanna already has her manipulator ready on the for her scan. When she sees the result of her jaw clenches, she shows Amy, who frowns. I drop my voice to a whisper. What is it?
Void.
Oh, it's Void! Shit dicks! I peer at her again. In the middle of the cave are a group of cloaked figures. As one shifts, I spot a double manipulators on his arm. Magecaster. Makes sense they need someone who needs water magic to reach the temple. That's still some serious power they're packing for a mining operation. This is a mining operation. Why are there mages?
It would seem the mining efforts of the water crystals here are to supplement the transmutation efforts of Void.
We have to stop them.
Doesn't look like they're set up yet. I scan the area, and there's a few scouts on the lookout in the main cavern entrance. A couple of mages and a handful of miners. No one seems to have detected our presence yet. Zack motions towards us, clenching our attention. He signals that we should flank them and attack. Leanna nods. Zack and Kara begin to creep closer to the tunnel opening, and Leanna and they may confer.
Keep your magic ready. The rest of the team will focus on the scouts and miners. But we'll want to take out those mages as soon as possible.
Amelia nods and her manipulators glow. As Leanna readies herself, we begin to move in. I ready my sword and feel a tingle of magic in my fingers. When someone's in position, Amelia lets loose a fireball which lands on square back on the magecaster. Zack and Kara race to engage with the nearest miners. Gangling rushes towards the entrance to take care of the guards, while Leanna and I charge the mages. Minigame time! Let's not fuck it up. Fire! Shieldy boy! Swordy boy! One sword boy! Another sword boy! Another sword boy! An axie boy! And a win! Yeah! I defeat the last Void member. When he drops to the ground, panting hard, I survey the fallen Void members. My adrenaline's still high. None of them stir. So everyone trickles back together, checking that no Void members are still conscious.
Everyone okay?
We all nod.
How did Void know where the temple is?
I wondered the same thing. We got pretty lucky in finding this place.
They must be growing exponentially in power and amassing more resources than anticipated.
What do we do with those mine crystals?
We should take them. They can still be fashioned into crystal spheres, since they haven't been tainted.
I'll help.
Kara and Leanna begin to organize the fallen crystals where we are shouting down, when we hear shouting down one of the tunnels. What's that?
It sounds like Void reinforcements.
Those scouts must have alerted the rest of the troops before we took them out.
The shouting ceases and we hear thundering of footsteps, and before a long group, about 20 men surround us. Zack shoots the nearest men, but replaces the ones who fall. And Leanna and Amelia shoot blast energy at anyone who tries to surround us, but the men keep chasing in. Carl throws a handful of daggers to anyone who approaches, and I channel my energy to blast anyone who comes too close. Other efforts are formidable. The enclosing reinforcements seem endless. As one man falls, another body soon replaces them. They close in on us until standing back to back. Our breathing is labored, and we struggle to hold off the men. Gangling closes his eyes, and when he opens them, a flash of purple. His entire body is encased in a violet glow, beginning on the spot on the necklace around beneath his throat.
Stand back!
His voice is harsh and throaty, unlike his usual smooth, velvety tones. He waves his arms, and elegant shadows extend from his fingertips, pushing back the invading force of Void, groan as they're knocked backwards. Before they can get back up, Gangling points his shadow magic channels out of his hands, colliding square into the enemy's chest. They collapse on the ground as more men swarm in. Gangling mutters a few words and throws his hand out again. This time the energy channels out of him and morphs into a phantom claw which swipes the nearest group of Void members. I watch stunned as Gangling moves in a blur, dodging attacks from all the Void team. Zack occasionally shoots at anyone who gets close to him, but the attention shifts away from us entirely. Everyone targets Gangling. He barely seems to notice the number of men against him as one by one they fall into a pile of unconscious bodies laid at his feet. Once the last man falls, Gangling lowers his arm and ceases his magic. His eyes return. Normally he looks at us, slack-jawed stares.
Are any of you hurt?
Slowly we shake our heads.
That was shadow magic you were using.
Gangling looks apologetic.
Yes, it was.
He looks down and hides the locket that fell out of his shirt during battle. Not before long, Leanna notices
You
it.
were using tainted shadow magic against Void, and that fighting style.
Suddenly, both Leanna and Amelia gasp.
It can't be. You're really him?
Gangling smiles sheepishly. Who is he? What's going on?
It would seem Gingaline is not Gingaline the Bard, but he is also Robin Ostergaard.
I remember seeing that name somewhere. I racked my brain trying to remember. Ah, from the Heroes of Sorry exhibit. I'm glad I read up on all those people. Robin Ostergaard. I thought he was dead.
For all intents and purposes, Robin is dead.
Why did you disguise yourself as a bard?
He gives a soft smile.
I thought it would be best. With all of the disturbances Void caused, there was a massive stigma against shadow magic. I didn't want people to misconstrue the events of what happened to who I really am. I may have been a part of Void in the past, but it was before they turned into the Void that created and used tainted spheres. When their ideals began to shift, I got up. I was lucky, but not everyone.
His voice chokes up and he pauses and he composes himself. I think back to the story he told us about the campfire. That must have been his story, Robin's story.
So you gave up the prestige associated with the heroes.
He nods.
Times were hard. People were confused and on edge. It was simpler for Robin to become what they wanted him to be. I became the bard to keep the memory of the heroes alive, so they could continue to provide hope for the people.
No wonder he has such high respect for the people of Sorry. He truly does care about them more, about the well-being of his country rather than his own needs. I don't know if I've been able to be so easily give up the temptation of fame and glory. Ron shakes his head and urgency returns to his voice.
But we need to focus. Void is continuing to taint crystals. It seems like they're only growing stronger.
We've been noticing more of a presence of Void, too.
Robin nods.
Since the tainted crystals are the source of their rising power, you'll find a way to stop production of those spheres.
It would make the most sense that production would happen at the base of their operations.
Where is that?
The Shadow
That must be where they put it. Operations began back when he was still part of Void.
Use the latent energy there to maximize output of continuous state. If you're able to reach the temple and absorb the energy within, it's a major dent in the operation.
I mean, look back at Leanna. When he mentions absorbing energy, Leanna looks just as alarmed as us, as I do. She's almost about to retort when Robin
I
stops her.
saw what happened at the temple just now, and I felt the change in energy.
He turns to me.
I don't know how you're able to do that, but I've seen my share of crazy things in life, and I know that what you have is a gift. Don't be afraid of it because it strays from the norm. Use it for good.
I feel the earnestness in his voice, and it empowers me.
If what he says is true, then it would behoove us to journey to the Shadow Temple.
Do you know where it is, Amy?
I would need to consult Elderism's notes.
The Shadow Temple is in the west, right on the border of Akengar.
That's the opposite side of where we are now.
I will mark it down on the map.
Ah, shit! We're gonna take on the Shadow Temple. Robin and Amelia talk further as he points to the exact location of the Shadow Temple. I survey the fallen Void members around us. What exactly should we do about these guys and the crystals? We said what we're doing with the crystals.
I'll take care of you. You all should get going.
You aren't coming with us?
He shakes his head.
I know you are all more than capable of handling whatever you may encounter. I have other business to attend to now.
Yeah, pauses and nods reluctantly.
It's been an honor traveling with you.
See ya, White Morgan Freeman. Robin grips her hands.
I am the one who is honored to be able to know such a formidable mage knight.
It has been a most enlightening experience to have made your acquaintance. I only wish we had more time to further speak about your background. I have many questions.
I'm sure our paths will cross again someday.
Zack nods.
Take care.
Rob nods back.
I'll look forward to reading about the dashing beauty who helped save the team from danger.
He laughs.
I wouldn't dream of leaving her out of the story.
Kara blushes. Rob puts on a bittersweet grin.
Until we meet again.
Wonder if I could be like the ultimate here, because I'd have all the elements. Yes, Tom Thompson, the ruler of Assaria. I'm not a person they should put in power. After we say goodbyes, Amelia conjures up some bubble for us to travel back through the water. We hurry up the stairs until we return to the valley within the mountains.
It seems Void's presence is even greater than we thought.
Agreed. This is more than just a few scattered fanatics. They're reorganized.
Perhaps we should alert the authorities.
You think they're just gonna take our word for it and believe that Void is back? They'll launch an investigation which would take months, maybe years. And by the time they realize it's true, Void will be even stronger.
Zach's right.
While the team debates on the next day, I remain quiet. Void is also on the rise, and the team needs my help to defeat them. But I have energy from 4 temples now, and I have a feeling that it should be enough energy to open a rift and return back home. If I can even return home, Amelia's worrying about my casting resilience is on the forefront of my mind. It nibbles through my thoughts and feeds my fear. If I try to open a rift, there's a very real possibility I won't survive the channeling of so much energy. The face of my family remind me of what I left behind. How long have I been gone? Are they worried about me? My gaze wanders to Leanne, and my heart flutters whenever I see her big blue eyes following me. Her smile makes me feel like I'm walking on air. I love her caring nature and the way she keeps me grounded. Now that I know her, I can't imagine life without her in it. Terra feels just as real as my home on Earth. What would happen if I left them here to defeat Void without me? Would they be okay without me, or would I just end up setting them up for failure? Open a rift home, stay and fight. Well, you know what Tom Thompson's gonna do! Horror Master! Plus, we gotta stay. We're staying and fighting. I can't go home now. There's too much to be done here, and I care too much about these people to turn away from their home. As he said, home is where the heart is, man. I glance at Anna and there's no way I can let her down. I'll look into going home after we defeat Void. I grin. Let's go kick some Void butt. The others stop their playing and turn to me. Leanna matches my grin.
That's right. Let's get going.
Indeed. It would be beneficial for us to depart this place.
We all agree and travel through the mountains until we find a soft, grassy place to make camp. It's dusk at the time I gathered all the ingredients for dinner. It helps me prepare a meal with the others gather around the map. She strokes the fire with her wind magic and the flames burst higher, crackling and heating up her stew. The firelight casts an orange glow across her beautiful face. Oh, is this time for cute shit because I said I want to stay here? I smile and lean in to kiss her on the cheek. She squeaks at my lips to make contact with something cool and hard. I blink at my lips. I've kissed her gauntlet instead. Rip. What's wrong? My words are muffled, lips parting, lips moving against her palm. Nina's voice lowers into a hush.
What if they see us?
I glance at the group. They seem to be too absorbed in the map of your nose. Does that matter now? She blushes and I gently take her hand into mine. Nina freezes and she glances at my hand, covering hers, and a glint of, another faint blush heats her cheeks. She shakes her head.
Guess it doesn't.
An odd joy unfurls in my chest and a grin spreads across my face. I glance at the group and glance back at her. If we acknowledge that we're dating to the group, maybe Leanna would be more comfortable acting like a real couple in front of everyone. Maybe we should tell them we're dating? Leanna turns to a darker shade of red. She bites her lip, hesitating. I squeeze her hand and her blue eyes flick up into mine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes! Everyone's gonna know about the ship! The ship stops for no one! She squeezes back in. A smile graces her lips.
How do you think?
What's that? Do you hear a ship in the distance? Why do I should tell them? Show, don't tell, let's make out. Let's just let it happen naturally. We're gonna see what happens if you say naturally. Does that just put it off? Or do we just say, hey dude, this is what's going on. I wanna bang her. Don't ever think, we should just rejoin them and say whatever comes to us. Lena pouts.
Maybe this isn't a big deal to you, but I'm a bit nervous.
I bring her hand into to my lips and kiss it. Don't worry, everything will be just fine, I promise. She smiles and relaxes. This is the cutest shit I've ever seen in my life. Let's go. I tug her to her stand, gently leading her to the group. Nerves flutter into my stomach as we approach.
According to the notes, if we head in this direction...
Hey, you guys. Everyone looks up and the pongo blinks from the top of Amelia's head. We have an announcement. Kara raises her eyebrow.
Oh?
Yes. They stare, waiting for me to continue, glancing at her blue eyes shimmer with confidence. She nods, encouraging me to go on. I suck in a deep breath. Leah and I are dating. Everyone, including the pongo, blinks.
Right.
Oh, yeah, they already know. She turns her face to the map again. The map falls
Okay,
suit.
then if we want to go through here, the next location will be at Neja.
Hey!
We'll have to backtrack to Costa Coral too.
Did you even hear what I said? The party looks up. Zach crosses his arms.
Yeah. So?
So, don't you care? Of course Zach doesn't care. A fox grin slides across Kara's face.
It's not exactly new news.
Leanna balks.
What?
Shock floods me. How'd you find out? I think of all the times Leanna mass advances and all the secret glances we took to make sure no one's looking. Kara's eyes spark with
It was
mirth.
very obvious.
Heat scorches my face. I turn to look at Leanna and notice her face is just as red as mine.
But how? We were so careful.
Kara giggles and is pleased as a cat in the
You're
sun.
right. Maybe you two should show your affection so we know you're telling the truth.
Kara!
Oh! Aya cocks her head deep in thought. The pongo lets out a little squeak as he slips onto her shoulder.
This is an interesting development.
Oh, of course Amelia didn't know. It is? She nods.
Based on your individual masteries of energy manipulation, your genetic merge should yield an extremely magical inclined offspring.
Kara gasps.
Oh, you're right. They will have such beautiful babies together.
This is great. They're talking about children. Hey, Leanna, I think they're making a great point about having children. Let's go hunt in the woods for a couple hours.
Oh, you're gonna want to pick the dumb answer to this one because it leads to something hilarious.
Amelia turns to look at
I
her.
noticed you used the plural.
I know she used the
Of
floor.
course.
Her eyes shimmer with stars and imagines our future children.
Such sweet, beautiful, magical children. can just see them.
Zach gives a strong look and tries to hide in the background. Yeah, me too, Zach. I know your feel.
Okay, this conversation is ending right now.
What babies? I'm gonna assume that's a dumb answer. Leanna, let's get started. That would be the answer I would choose. Well, now you guys know. Stork delivers babies to Terra too? Or is it the Stork one? Zach?
Yes, it is.
The
It's
Stork one?
Yeah.
I will save, and if I don't like it, I'm going to Leanna, let's get started, because I feel like that is a more Tom Thompson-esque answer. I never thought about this. Does Terra have storks too? Leanne, Cara and Leanna look at each other.
Why?
Since we're just talking about babies, I was oh my god, Zach, I can't choose those. We drop them off to use a different animal. Leanna continues to stare at me blankly.
I don't think I follow.
You know, the stork delivers the baby, that's where babies come from. Oh my god, Cara bursts out laughing.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
You sweet summer child. Oh my god, Cara. She looks over at Zach.
You might need to talk to him.
Why me?
Because you're a guy?
Zach frowns and pulls me aside.
All right. So, when a man and woman love each
Shut
other
up!
very much.
I didn't mean right now.
I look at confusion. I guess they don't have storks here. Well, our confession. I'm not keeping that answer, Zach, though I'm glad I chose it. Not what I'm sticking with. We're going with Leanna. Let's get started. I wrap my arm around her waist and pull her to my side. They're absolutely right. As a matter of fact, we should get started right now. Leanna's glare bores into my
I'm
skin.
breaking up with you.
Oh my god, she says I'm breaking up with you! I burst into a cold sweat. What? She walks away. Hey, that was a joke, right? Right? Cara laughs.
Oh boy. You better watch yourself, sailor.
I'm not quite happy with that answer either. Because I know... should I go with that one? What else we got? What? Babies? Well, you guys know. You know, fuck, I'm going with the Leanna let's get started one. Or is she being serious, though? Zach?
I went with the stork one. You're on your own with this.
Oh, but that one makes me sound like I'm literally retarded. I shrug, now you guys know. Cara pouts.
It's no fun if you don't take the bait.
Fuck it! What do I want? What? Babies? Let's try that one. To make babies, that means you have to. My face grows hot. I agree, let's change the subject.
Oh, you two are so red.
Leanna squeaks.
Oh, this is all too much.
She covers her face with her hands. Cara laughs. I'm gonna go with that one. I'd rather not piss off Leanna right now. I've done enough of that in the past episodes of making her dress up in Wolfenstein armor. Our confession wasn't as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. Well, I wonder what they when they first started figured out. I'm going to check on the stew. Leanna returns to the stew. Once everything's done cooking, we ladle out the bowls and everyone joins us for dinner. I'm sticking with this answer. You know, it's strange without giggling. I kind of miss his stories. After dinner, Leanna and I turn early for bed. Leanna seems to fall asleep quickly, but I can still hear others snicking playing out the next course of action. I ground the pull of my pillows over ears. It takes a while, but I eventually fall asleep. Why is there no cuddling going on here? I am disappointed in you, Pixel Fade. Well, that is another episode of Crystalline. And this is a 48-minute one, which means it's 2020, and then you get a long one. Zach, do you have anything to say?
Oh.
Pee is stored in the balls, and babies are delivered storks. See you guys in the next episode. Woo!